Welcome to the channel, everyone. This is Dave here. This is the yearly forecast for the year of 2026 for Pisces Moon and Pisces Rising. We have a massive year ahead of us, specifically focusing on your identity, your career path, and closing out old chapters to make room for the new. So, without further ado, let's get straight into the reading. First, let us look at the overall energy for the year based on the January 1st placements. Then we will dive deep into major planetary shifts that will be happening throughout the year. On January 1st, we start the year with a heavy 4-planet conjunction, a true stellium, happening right in your 10th house. This includes your 2nd and 9th Lord Mars, your 3rd and 8th Lord Venus, your 4th and 7th Lord Mercury, and your 6th Lord Sun. To add even more power, they are receiving aspects from retrograde Jupiter in the 4th and Saturn in the 1st. What this means for you guys is that this will be a big year for your career. I can see a major career changes happening. You might switch industries entirely, or this could be the year you step fully into a career for the first time. Either way, it's a milestone year. If you're currently hunting for a job, expect to land a sweet offer packed with all kinds of bonuses. There might be some delays in the process, but don't let that discourage you. This is a fantastic year to begin or transform your professional life. Rahu and Ketu are sitting on your 12th and 6th house axis, and they are bringing a clean slate energy. Rahu in the 12th is going to make you obsessed with taking vacations, traveling to foreign lands, and spending time in leisure. More importantly, I see a major cycle closing. Whether it's an old job or an old ex, you are saying goodbye to the past. It's very possible you will be taking that vacation while in the middle of a resignation or a breakup. Ketu in the 6th is great for paying off debts. Expect to clear your financial slate and find the strength to forgive your enemies. Health-wise, if you have been struggling with a disease, you should see some solid improvements in your healing. Your 11th and 12th Lord Saturn is currently in your 1st house and receiving an aspect from Mars. Be ready to deal with some frustrations and potential anger issues. This could stem from work pressure or just general life situations. Do not give in to negative emotions. I strongly suggest practicing yoga, pranayama, or meditation to keep yourself calm and cool. On the positive side, a good friend is likely to step in and help you out during this time. You may fulfill some long-term wishes during this phase, but be careful not to overspend just to satisfy your desires. Your 5th Lord, the Moon, starts the year exalted in your 3rd house, receiving an aspect from Saturn. If you have creative hobbies, this is the time to power your heart and soul onto them. Have you wanted to take a horse riding class or learn a specific craft for a long time? Don't think twice. Enroll now. This is all about exploring your inner genius. If you want to take a hobby to a professional level, the stars are fully favoring you. Finally, let's look at Jupiter. He rules your 1st and 10th houses and is retrograde in your 4th house. Expect to finally buy that property, house, or car that you have wanted for a long time but didn't have the chances to secure. Friends or relatives you haven't seen in ages are likely to come back into your life. If you haven't been on good terms with certain people, expect those issues to resolve and the connections to become harmonious again. Moving into March 13th, we hit a major shift in momentum. Jupiter turns direct in your 4th house of Gemini, and we have a massive 4-planet conjunction, a true stellium, happening in your 12th house of Aquarius. This includes your 2nd and 9th Lord Mars, your 4th and 7th Lord retrograde Mercury, your 6th Lord Sun, and Rahu, all receiving a direct aspect from Jupiter. This is going to be a time of great expense. With all that energy sitting in the 12th house, the money is going to be moving out, but it's likely for a good cause. You may find yourself traveling to a foreign land with your partner. This is a classic vacation time signature. If you have been waiting to use that passport, this is the window. While the expenses are heavy, they are tied to expansion and exploring new horizons. At the same time, your 3rd and 8th Lord Venus is conjoined with your 11th and 12th Lord Saturn right in your 1st house. Expect to put in some serious hard work on yourself. This isn't just mental, it can be very physical. Whether it's a rigorous new gym routine, a home workout plan, or any form of intense exercise, the results you get now will be multiplied. This is the absolute best time to utilize gym. The physical gains you make during this transit will be much more significant than usual. So hit those weights or that yoga mat with everything you got. Now let's look at Jupiter. As your first and 10th lord, his direct motion in the 4th house is like a green light for your domestic and professional life. Expect forward movement in your career, your health, and your overall home life. Things that felt stuck since the start of the year are finally starting to flow. For many of you, this transit brings the chance to work from home. If you have been hunting for remote work or more flexible opportunities, this is the perfect time to go out and seek them. The universe is aligning your professional goals with your personal comfort. As we head into the summer, we hit one of the most beautiful periods of the year for you. On June 2nd, Jupiter moves into Cancer, entering your 5th house. On the same day, your 3rd and 8th Lord Venus joins your 4th and 7th Lord Mercury in your 4th house. With the 4th house blessed, expect happiness all around. This is a soul refresh for your private life. You are going to have a fantastic home life during this window. It's the perfect time to clean your house, declutter, and finally get rid of those unwanted items that have been weighing down your space. If you have been waiting for that right moment to buy a new car or a house, this is it. The energy is highly supportive of long-term investment in your comfort. Intimacy with your spouse is on the rise, and your home will likely become a hub of activity. Expect friends and relatives to drop by and visit you during this time. Now let's talk about Jupiter. Your 1st and 10th Lord is now exalted in the 5th house, receiving a fiery aspect from Mars. This is a time where you might take up a hobby, go all in, and actually turn it into a full-blown business. If you have been trying to take a creative skill to a professional level, you have the ultimate cosmic backing right now. This is the absolute best time to transition into a work from home situation. If you have been thinking about it, take action now. If you want to start your own business, the path is wide open. You have the drive, the vision, and the luck to make it happen. Your health is set to improve significantly. You will find yourself with great energy levels and a light-hearted, fun-loving mindset that makes every day feel a bit easier. If you have children, they are going to benefit immensely from this transit. Expect them to score well in their exams and perform at the top of their game in their education. You'll be feeling like a very proud parent during this phase. As we hit late summer, the pace begins to shift from expansion to a more serious, reflective tone. On July 26th, Saturn turns retrograde in your 1st house. On the same day, your 6th Lord Sun joins Jupiter in your 5th house. With the 5th house conjunction, you might feel the weight of responsibility a bit more heavily. Expect some minor health issues and a few obstacles at work. You will find yourself slowing down and becoming much more serious than you were in the spring. Your children may require a lot more of your time and commitment right now. This extra responsibility might feel like it's hindering your professional life, but do not get angry at them. It's not their fault, it's just the timing. Be loving, take care of their needs, and practice the patience required to balance both worlds. Meanwhile, your 3rd and 8th Lord Venus joins Ketu in the 6th house. This is a massive shedding transit that is highly transformative for your day-to-day life. Your daily routine is going to get through a total makeover. This is the perfect time to get rid of or donate unwanted clothes and clear out your collections. If you have been hoarding items you don't use this window to simplify and reduce. Cleaning your physical space right now will lead to an inner transformation. Now let's talk about Saturn. As your 11th and 12th Lord moving retrograde in your 1st house, he is bringing some unpredictable energy to your control. Here's the contradiction. While you're getting rid of old items, you might feel a sudden urge to buy things you don't actually need. You risk losing control over your spending and wish fulfillment. Beware of retail therapy that leads to wasteful expenses. A sudden foreign trip is also very possible during this retrograde. Saturn is looking at Mars in your 3rd and the Moon in your 10th. Be extremely careful. Do not get into fights with anyone right now. A simple verbal argument could escalate into something serious enough to land you in the hospital. Practice patience in your communication and think before you speak. You may see a lot of new career offers popping up, but be careful. Not all of them are what they seem. Some of these offers could be deceiving, so make sure to read the fine print. Remember, the devil is always in the details. As we enter late autumn, the energy takes a turn toward the mysterious and the challenging. On the October 31st, Jupiter moves into Leo, your 6th house. On the same day, we have a heavy conjunction in your 8th house. Your 4th and 7th Lord retrograde Mercury, your 6th Lord Sun, and your 3rd and 8th Lord retrograde Venus. With the Sun debilitated in the 8th house, there is a heavy obstruction energy around this time. If you are experiencing an insurance payout, a business deal to close, or any kind of large financial settlement, prepare yourself for delays. The process is likely to get stuck in unexpected hurdles. Your enemies or competitors might be highly scheming right now. They aren't coming at you directly, they are working in the shadows, hiding from your sight. Stay vigilant. If you are in the middle of a court case, especially a divorce, money is going to move in unconventional ways. It may come from an unexpected source or leave your hands in a way you didn't anticipate. Please be aware of getting into any heated arguments or fights during this window. The consequences right now can be quite dangerous, so choose your battles wisely and prioritize your safety. Now let's talk about Jupiter. As your first 10th Lord, he is now in the 6th house joining Ketu. Expect to let go of some work responsibilities. You might find that your overall workload is lifted, or perhaps part of your job are being delegated to others. While this might feel like a shift in your authority, it's actually a necessary breather for you. Jupiter in the 6th requires you to be very proactive about your physical well-being. You might see some minor issues cropping up in the heart and liver regions. So daily exercise is no longer optional, it's necessary. Incorporating daily cardio is highly advisable to keep your body and mind healthy. You are prone to very quick weight gain right now. Be extremely mindful of sweets and fatty foods, as they will only add to your health issues. Eat clean, stay moving, and treat your body like a temple. As we move into later November, the heavy obstructions from the previous month finally begins to break. On November 25th, the node shifts their axis. Rahu moves into Capricorn, your 11th house, and Ketu moves into Cancer, your 5th house. On this same day, your 2nd and 9th Lord Mars joins Jupiter in the 6th house. This is the moment many of you have been waiting for. Expect all kinds of lingering hurdles to simply vanish. That blocked money I warned you about, insurance payouts, business deals, or settlements, will finally break free and reach you. Those pesky health issues from earlier in the fall will start to subside, and you will see visible improvements in your physical well-being. We have a Parivartana Yoga between your 6th Lord Sun and 9th Lord Mars. So in your professional life, your superiors are going to expect a lot from you. They'll be looking for higher output and better performance. Consequently, your work responsibilities are going to ramp up. You had your breather, now it's time to deliver. While Mercury and Venus are still in your 8th house, they have finally turned direct. This confirms that the sudden payouts and business deals are back on track. Normalcy is returning to your financial landscape, and those unconventional money movements are stabilizing into actual gains. The new placement of the nodes bring a totally different flavor to your social and personal life. Rahu in your 11th house is a powerhouse for gains and connections. Expect to do a lot of socializing and networking. New friends are going to flood into your life, and some of those connections will be very influential. There's a chance for a sudden unexpected increase in your income. While your social life is booming, your internal creative house is getting cleansed by Ketu. You might feel a sense of detachment from your children, or perhaps your children will lose focus on their studies or spend more time on physical activities or sports. This is not a time for speculative ventures. Stay away from trading, gambling, or the lottery. Just say no to the lottery for now. The luck isn't in the numbers right now. We have finally reached the closing chapter of 2026. On December 11th, the big heavy Saturn turns direct right in your first house. On the same day, your 6th Lord Sun and your 4th and 7th Lord Mercury are conjoined in your 9th house. This 9th house alignment suggests a very specific kind of movement as the year ends. You may find yourself going on a long distance journey with your spouse. This trip is likely tied to medical or health reasons. If your spouse has been dealing with health issues lately, this is a very positive sign. Expect their health to show significant improvement during this window. Now let's talk about Saturn. As the ruler of your 11th and 12th houses, his direct motion in your 1st house is a massive relief for your personal discipline. You have finally reached the point where you realize exactly how much you have been spending in a wasteful manner over the last several months. The hazy spending of the retrograde is over. You're finally getting back into total control of your expenses. From here on out, you're going to be much more mindful and will stop yourself from buying those unnecessary items that don't truly serve you. You're ending the year with a much more grounded and disciplined approach to your resources. And with that, I'll let you all know that is it for this episode, guys. I really hope you all enjoyed this yearly forecast for Pisces Moon and Pisces Risings. If you like this video, comment below and let me know what you think of these transits. And please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel for future videos. I am Dave and I'll see you all in the next one.